Hey, what's up? So, this one's probably not going to be a long live, but I just thought I'd go over the story of how I got into all the watches. I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to start joining in because not a lot of people care about my content. I mean, there's only a couple of you guys, so I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to go in and join for fun, because why the hell not? Now, one thing I will get over and out of the way is please be nice in the comments. Don't be too mean. Don't be, mean, as I've said. But yeah, I'm going to wait for probably 5 people to get started, and just let me know down in the comments or live comment or whatever how I'm doing and if there's anything I can do to improve. So I'm going to wait for, a couple minutes, and I'll just let you know when I wait. Sorry, it's going to be a lot of quiet stuff. Well, if you want to know the whole origin story, let's start off with my name is Drew, and I collect watches. I've been collecting watches for a number of years now, and I think about it every night when I start, how I started. There's some days where I don't know how I started, and then I think about it, and then voila, I have the idea. So, what got me into watches? Not 100% sure on what got me in, but I'll tell you my very first watch, and then what I think happened throughout those events. So I'm gonna wait for you guys to join in, and then I'll tell you about that stuff. I can't play music for you guys. Well, I probably can. This is my first live, so I'd play some music in the background to stop all the awkward silence. There are going to be conversations. I'm at my house. My mom's here. She'll probably yell at me for lights or some shit. So, my dog's over here just hanging. It's just me waiting for at least 5 people or someone to show up, because I don't see anybody up there yet. But if there's anything I can do to improve my channel, that'd be amazing. But, it's been a good amount of time. You know what? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to YouTube. For a second, I'm going to work on my computer here on my phone. Now we're just going to go to YouTube. Okay, join YouTube. I'm going to view, see who's logged in here. We're going to switch the account here. We're gonna go to Drew's Model Cars. Wow, guys, I'm only at 450 subscribers. That's insane. So yeah, I'm gonna join my live and see what is the issue here. So you're probably gonna hear some feedback. Hit live here. Cool. So there's going to be a little bit of a delay in what I'm saying. It's kind of funny, right? Man. So how I got into watches. Now, it all started with a Casio G-Shock. Now, the G-Shock at the time was the only watch I knew existed. And what happened after that? I went to school. It was 5th grade, I believe. 5th grade was when I got, into watches. Before then, as every kid would, they'd have the Lego watches, right? They'd go to Walmart. They'd get the little $5 Lego watch. I have no idea how much they cost now. But they'd always have a theme. Like, I always got the Batman, Superman, Spider-Man. I got those kind of watches. Because you could build off of them. They came with a free minifigure and all that shit. So, I got into the watch idea after I got my G-Shock. So that day when I got it for a little while, I was like, hey, I want to take this to school. So I took it to school, right? I was showing everybody my new watch, which I've had for a while. I still have it to this day. I just don't wear it because, G-Shock's an awesome brand, but it's not in the luxury category. It's more of in the um, sport and outdoor category. Now, I got my next watch, I believe I was on a cruise. Yeah, I went on a cruise for my 15th birthday. Fast forward about a couple years. And, I was like, hey, I love a new watch. Um, so I got $200 as a gift for my birthday cruise. And I have my watch boxes right here. That's what you can kind of see all this jazz, whichever ones. There's something at the bottom. I don't know, something's blocking the way. But yeah, I have some of the watches here, and I'll show you the one that I got. So I was like, okay, cool. I was looking, it was a Wednesday, I think, on cruise ships. Watches, usually the displays and the discounts are on Wednesday. I didn't have money then. So I was looking at this place. I saw, oh, cool, a G-Shock. Mom got that one. Later, it turned out it was for me. I picked out a Tommy Hilfiger for $200, but also at that time, I saw this cool silver Invicta, this bad boy. I saw that. That was pretty cool, and I was like, okay, I really, really want that because it has buttons, and I like playing with buttons. I'm more of like a sophistication kind of guy, and oh wow, I guess Mom bought that for me as well. So I came home with that Tommy Hilfiger. I was very, very happy with that, and I'm thinking, well, if I already got what? How many watches did I have then? I had actually quite a few watches at that time, but oh, hold on, no, I'm skipping shit. Let me go all the way back. No, yeah, screw all the other history stuff because I've already gotten this far. This is up to what I can remember. And then that was after the first 20. The other boring parts are just went to Kohl's, got this watch, got that watch. Wow, cool. So then I started getting into like, oh, luxury watches. Why not? So after I got my Invicta, I was like, Invicta's kind of a cool brand, so I have 4 Invictas now. Pretty neat. It's still a good brand. It's way better than, well, I'm not gonna say that because it may piss some of you guys off. Where was I can't. When I get sidetracked, I forget stuff. Give me a second. Sorry. I'm trying to remember the order of the watches. I tried to keep the watches that I have in here in order, but I kind of got rid of that idea. But for the watch box order, we have my Invicta and Astronomia, one of my friends. We have my Tourbillon, then we have another Reef Tiger, another Astronomia, Rolex, Vice, Tourbillon, Reef Tiger, and then Casio. So these aren't in the order that I got them. They're kind of spread out throughout the collection. And then down below, we've got, this is what it is. That's what covered it. We have these 10, 10. So these boxes hold 20. Oh, sorry. That was an accident. My phone fell. So sorry. So I got 2 boxes, so that's 40. And in my room, I have a winder which holds 6. And turns out I'm out of room. So, fun stuff and all. So after that day, I got that Invicta. I got a couple more watches, some of the cheaper watches that you can get on cruises and stuff. And it's been a crazy journey. But after I got those little cheapies, I just wanted to fill up the watch collection. I just wanted to, get into collecting hardcore watches. But I wanted a variety of watches. Doesn't matter what brand, doesn't matter what price. Well, I'm at the price because the only thing I could afford at what 15 or in younger. I started when I was a lot younger too. So I just wanted to grow. The cheaper stuff was in the other box, but the nicer things are in this box. But the old box, I actually have them in order. This one, I don't. Um, Sorry, I gotta pause here for a second. My brain's going a million miles an hour. But yeah, so after the first 20, I got into luxury, or nicer watches you could wear out to, like, let's say, name a place, like a dance. So when I had my ex-girlfriend, I wore a nice watch to impress, and then I wore them to school, and all that mayhem. So I was like, okay, time to get a new watch. So I got another watch that I liked that was a little different and a little more unique. So each watch I have is unique in their own way. Um, Pretty fancy, pretty fun, right? But I still do collect to this day, despite being out of room. I have a new genre. Um, but since I've started collecting watches, I've wanted to go into horology, which is the study and working on the watches. Now, if I want to go full time as a horologist, I'd have to move from California to Pennsylvania. Come on, my dog is sleeping. I'm trying to see if he can come say hi. Move from here to Pennsylvania, but I've had so much built here in California, and I don't want to leave all of that behind, right? I have friends, I got family, I got close friends, um, and it's a big move. And with my anxiety going on planes and all of that stuff, it's a bit scary to think about because I'm leaving close friends. I can't come to certain people with like problems and talk face to face. Um, it's a lot harder without friends, family, and your origins. Right? You lived in California your whole life, and then you just move for something you want to do. But I have two things I'm struggling with. I want to become a full-time horologist, like work and make watches and possibly work for Rolex and make Rolexes, which is a very hard thing to get into. But I also want to become a school teacher, not a teacher, a school aide to help kids throughout going school and who struggle with learning like I do. Um, it's a thing that many people would need help on, and I'd feel like helping people without um, having people feel alone and not being able to study and do their job correctly, and just need a little bit of help because a lot of people don't have that resource, um, and a lot of people do take it for granted and would use it as an excuse to do something and get away with it. um, but I really would love to help people, but at the same time I want to do watches because watches is my passion, not school. But helping other with school is my passion because I was helped. And, there's a shortage of people that do that. I'm getting totally sidetracked. Okay. Um, can you elaborate on that a little more? When you don't want to work on watches, why wouldn't you want to continue making yourself as a watchmaker? Does it just seem like it's too much? Because it is a lot of work. Um, it's hard to get, and there's only 7 schools in the U.S., I believe, that focus on it, and it's a really expensive thing to get in. But I'm glad there's a fellow collector. That's awesome. It's good to know you. But I don't know. What do you think I should do? Do you think I should go to be a watchmaker, or should I follow? I don't know. Okay. I don't know. For me, I totally get what you're saying. For me, it's a hard decision because, right, I said I love helping people out, but I also want to make watches. So, it's a tough decision for me. Like we both have passion for watches, but there's a side thing I want to do is work. and help kids with learning disabilities like I have that can't really make the best choices on their own. I'm stuck here. But I'll figure it out and I'll keep you guys updated, I guess, on that. So back to the watch origins. So after, right, I got that Invicta, I was like, cool, I'm gonna stick to the Invicta brand. So then I got a automatic um, Pro Diver. I think I've reviewed that on this channel in the bloopers. Like cool, got that, and then I got two more Invictas. I was like, okay, I don't have much variety in my collection. They all have different things, and I have one of my favorite pieces here. It's been very worn, but the Invicta S1 Rally with the yellow stripe going through the whole thing. Give me a second. Let me read your comment here. I have it up on the side. That okay. That does make sense. So that means I'm leaning a little more towards I don't know. Thank you for that. That really helped. Um I'll figure it out. It's not a here and now decision. Like I said, I keep you guys updated. Thank you so much. So then I spread it out to wanting to go to back to the story of how I got to where I'm at now. I wanted to get more into automatic watches. I found that, they were very cool. They were not necessarily easy to maintain, but they last longer than batteries if there's no problems and you service them regularly, which I don't. I haven't serviced a watch in quite a while. So I bought my first one. It was a skeleton watch. Wasn't the most expensive thing. About 80 bucks. I loved it. Still love it to this day. A watch is a watch, right? Doesn't matter the price, where it's made, or how it's made. If you love it, you wear it. But you get to a point where you have so many watches, you're like, okay, what do I want to wear today? Right? So I stick to a few of my own. Usually, Rolex is something a little less, just a casual wear around. But if I'm to go out, I'll wear something bigger, like, I don't know what the case style on that is, but something, with a little detail with tourbillon. I just love a little unique piece I can tell people about whenever they pick me up. I can tell them a cool little fact about it. Even if they don't want to hear it, I'll just say it anyway, because, I love watches. So then back to my collection grows. It's very diverse. I would love to hear about someone else's, how they have their collection sorted out. Because mine is just spread out everywhere. It doesn't matter what's in the box. I guess the boxes are my favorites and my more usual, casually worn pieces. Some just easy to get to instead of opening winders, taking stuff out of here and there. But it's just grown from 2 watches to 50. So I'm out of room for watches, but I'll probably continue to buy watches. So after I got my automatic watch, I was like, that's cool. So I bought another, and you know how it goes with watch collecting, keeping on going and going and going, which I have done. And I've spent a lot of money on watches, and sometimes I regret some spending on certain brands, right? Where it's almost you can't afford it, but you have just enough left over to where you can continue, right? But then you forget you have to pay for, power, electricity, and a bunch of other crap like that. So where I'm at now, I've collected since I was in 5th grade. I'm a freshman in college, so not that long. But I get at least 5, 6, and then I lose count after 7 per year. But it's a passion of mine, and I don't know where it stemmed from, but it's it's a part of me that I don't want to give up, right? And I want to get into more of understanding how they work. And this is where I was going into the horology aspect of this. Um, I love to know, the balance wheel, the counterweight, and all the basic stuff, right? And then there's a channel that I watch called Wristwatch Revival, where the guy will make, um, no, he'll take old damaged watches or watches that just need a service, and he'll just go over, take it out, he'll clean all the pieces, name all the pieces, and put it back together. I love that. It's just satisfying to understand a little piece more and more of what they're called and what they do, and some cool features. Like you got a flywheel, something, like they'll have a chime. I don't have watches that do chime, but I do learn a lot about other brands, like other luxury brands, Panerai, Patek, and some older brands. Um, Man, it's been quite the journey, and I am happy to continue with it. And I would love your opinion on whether or not it would be a great idea if I take my time and decide I want to do horology and watchmaking. So it's been awesome. I love the support and I love your ideas, the Watch Concierge. I will check out your channel, totally sub to you, unless I already have. Thanks for listening to my spiel and my ADHD conversations times two with how I became a watch collector and how I am still collecting watches to this day. This has been a very interesting live. I'm surprised anyone even showed up. Um, but it's a hard decision to make whether you want to go into the education route. Well, actually, I just thought of something. I could teach stuff about watches. I don't know. It's a tough decision because I have really bad ADHD. I'm jumping between stuff, and it may not make sense. It may sound like I'm rambling, which I am. So as a watch collector, I don't think I'll truly stop. Financially, sometimes it is necessary to stop, but it's a passion I don't want to give up, right? I'm always going to have my watches. I'm not necessarily going to sell my watches, but if any of you guys want to buy a watch that I have, um, shown on my channel, hit me up in the comments or, shoot me an email. My email should be in my about section on this channel. So thank you guys for viewing the one person, well, 3 people, another person hopped on briefly, for viewing my live. I appreciate, even the small amount of you just paying a teeny bit attention to me, and helping me through my hard decision. I'd love to hear your opinions, ideas in the comments section down below. Thanks for talking to me. You guys have always been there for me. No matter the hate, I don't care. Hate on me as much as you want on certain pieces that I have. Don't care, fake or real. I could care less. I'm just glad I have a voice out. Some of the struggles. This is the first time I've been, combating whether I want to do horology or whether I want to do class education. And I would say people are more important than items, right? People and animals, dogs and stuff. So I think that would be more of a realistic passion to support others instead of just supporting myself, but it is something I've been wanting to do. So thank you guys. I appreciate the comments, the like, and make sure you like and subscribe. It's been awesome talking to you. Love you guys. Bye.